Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very good afternoon. On behalf of the European Handball Federation, I'm very pleased to welcome you to the official closing press conference here of the Women's EHF Euro 2024 in Vienna in the Stadthalle. With me here on the podium, very much like to welcome the President of the European Handball Federation, second to my right, Mr. Michael Widerer, to the very right.
Thank you.
To the very right of the podium, and here representing all three organizing committees of this European Championship, Markus Platzer, the President of the Austrian Handball Federation. To my right, Peđa Bošković, the first Vice President of the European Handball Federation. And sitting between Michael and Markus, the Secretary General of the European Handball Federation, Martin Hausleitner. So before we start and before we go into the round of opening statements, let's have a look at the screen here and let's enjoy some highlights of the Women's EHF Euro.
Ball and behind the back into Juri Lukac.
But Jezic might. No, she won't. Double save. Magnificent save.
How about that to finish the first half?
Some great images that we could see here. To open this press conference, Michael, you've been to all four venues. What has been your impression of Women's EHF Euro 2024?
Thank you, Thomas. First of all, welcome from the side of the EHF tournament management to this hybrid press conference, if I may say so, because on the left side, the journalists continuing their work, but listening to what we can say. On the other hand, national federations representatives waiting for the draw World Championship playoffs. I think it's a good opportunity, and I know that probably I'm going to repeat what was said before in several of these meetings and conferences and parties in opening words. It's really a pleasure to see so many people for this activity, and it shows that the handball community is a living one, that we are all interested in cooperating and therefore coming to this Euro. It was the decision of the European Handball Federation to enlarge the competition from 16 to 24 teams, and I can only repeat what was said before. We realized in 2020 that this measure very much contributed to a positive development on the men's side, motivating more nations, producing more quality Europe-wide, and at the end of the day, the value of our sport is not only defined by some top nations, it is defined by a broader scale having more nations challenging each other. And I think we have managed to go a step further. It's exactly the same what we planned, what we are doing now with the women's side, as it was promised at the time. Enlarging to 24 nations means that we brought in some new nations. They did a good job, even taking points. And I think it's a strong motivation for those nations, but also for those who can challenge the middle-ranked nations to invest into women's handball and to make the next step. So overall, the enlargement will help us to increase the value of our competitions. Speaking about the different venues, and I really had the chance to visit all the venues, I felt the great atmosphere there, and there were, I would say, unanimously confirmed positive statements from all being involved that we see not only experienced organizers, all of them have organized European championships before, but as well people being friendly, being feeling involved, identifying with the event. So I think this was really a positive experience for all of that. And once again, as expressed yesterday evening, many thanks to the organizing committees for their contribution. It gives us a very positive outlook to the future.
Thank you, Michael. Then I would like to hand over to the organizers. And Markus Platzer, I would like to open the floor for you.
Thank you, Thomas. So once again, first of all, a warm welcome to all members of the media and to all friends of handball. I think everybody who have seen the last 2 weeks know now why we always speak from a family of handball. The athletes, the players who give their heart for fighting, the exciting fans and the praising fans for every game, the volunteers, the employees who are making the best, that you have venues, that you feel warm at the venues, and that they have the experience and the warm heart of the Austrian people and also in Switzerland and Hungary. The member of the federations, presidents are only a small part of them, that might go to every event surrounding the championships. This all together makes us satisfied for this Euro 2024, first Women's Euro in Switzerland and Austria. And I think it was really, for young people, a pushing for handball in Europe, for handball in the world. And I think we have to contribute with them, to make more events about women's handball, also in our countries, not only in the European Federation, because I think it's exciting as men's handball. I want to thank my cooperation with Switzerland and Hungary, very good cooperation. Of course, our cooperation with the European Federation. I want to thank all public authorities, the sponsors. Without them, it isn't possible to make such a great championship in the middle of Europe, in the heart of Europe. Thank you once again, and I hope you enjoy today the final games, and we have a full house and we are sold out. Thanks.
Thank you, Markus. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. First Vice President, may I ask you for your impression and words on Women's EHF Euro 2024?
First of all, thank you, and Thomas, and I would like to put the spotlight on the two special side events we had during this championship. One was the Women's Handball Conference, organized for the second time since 2022. EHF welcomed more than 140 participants from more than 32 countries for this event, coming from all corners of the handball world, clubs, leagues, coaches, players. The feedback we have received has been overwhelmingly positive, and the EHF is of the firm opinion that development of the court must follow the development on the court. The European Handball Federation fully stands behind projects as this conference to empower women's handball. The main thing is that we want to make our sport stronger. This conference definitely contributes to this because if we grow and develop more in women's handball, then the entire handball ecosystem will be bigger. I also would like to put spotlight on the second side event we had during this EHF Euro 2024. It's last night's Excellence Awards. And last night we not only crowned the 2023-2024 most valuable players, Stine Oftedal-Damke and Emil Nielsen. We also inducted 21 former players to the Hall of Fame. And as we are here at the Women's EHF Euro, I would like to particularly highlight the new female legends. Lumenica Hutupan-Dinu, Carmen Amarei, Anja Andersen, Mia Hermansson Hogdal, Stine Oftedal-Damke, Indira Kastratovic, Marta Manke. It was a perfect opportunity to pay tribute to those who have left an incredible mark on the sport of handball, whether through their remarkable achievements or their influence on our sport on and off the court. And their importance for our sport today shall not be underestimated. Many of them are still involved in handball and continue building on the legacy that they have already created. I would like to finish with a big thank you to the team behind the teams. The gratitude of European Handball Federations goes to the organizing committees and to the many staff and volunteers who have worked extremely hard and long hours over last weeks and months to make this championship a success. It is clearly understood that a championship like the EHF Euro 2024 would not be possible without them. Thank you.
Thank you, Predrag. Martin, the closing words for this opening round are with you.
Thank you, Thomas. Good afternoon. It's up to me to inform you about topics ticketing, TV figures, digital figures, and partners and media. And let me start with ticketing. Organizing a tournament the first time with 24 teams in 3 countries gave some challenges, and we did not know what we have to expect after Women's Euro 2020 played in front of empty seats in Denmark during COVID, and still impacted Women's Euro in 2022. So we invested really a lot together with the organizers promoting this event together with our partner event team, and today we can proudly report that we are close to 200,000 issued tickets in all the countries. We had record-breaking games in Switzerland in front of 5,000 spectators. Also, Austria had 3,000 to 4,000 spectators in their home games, which is the best attendance for Austrian women's handball so far. Also, Hungary reported sold-out arenas. This is normal for them, so this is not to highlight. And we are happy to have a strong market like Hungary, spectator-wise. They are also going to fill up the arena today, and we are waiting for their enthusiastic fans. What we can see is that we get more and more international spectators. So it's not, we do not rely only on the local market, but the Handball Euro, men and women, are an attractive place to come for handball fans all over Europe. Regarding TV figures, we have to highlight that we had broadcasting partners in 110 countries, which is by 30 more than we had in the last Euro 2022. And it's for us so important to create visibility for women's sport. And this is through our broadcasting partners, so that our federations can make women's sport and women's handball in their country topic. Having increased the number of participating teams to 24, we naturally already increased our market by 8 markets, and we have very good numbers reported, for example, from Turkey or Portugal. Of course, Faroe Island, we have unbelievable market reach, but it's normal that in Faroe Island, if there is something on TV, they are watching. We are also proud that we are stable in Denmark and in Norway, where we regularly reach market shares 50 to 60 percent with 1 million spectators watching the games. And we are expecting even more in today's clash between Norway and Denmark in the final. Coming to our digital platforms, we have reached so far 220 million contacts or likes or shares. The followers, the number of follower growth by 80,000 this time in comparison to the men's Euro where we had approximately 190,000. So this is an excellent figure, and the community is growing on our 22 owned and operated channels. And we have one highlight video. Obviously, this is always possible to have one video which is going through the ceiling. The reel from Camilla Herrem scoring a special goal was liked, meanwhile, 32 million times. So this is going by far all over Europe, and we have even reports from Great Britain where this reel is known. Regarding our partners, marketing-wise and media-wise, I really would like to thank our partner family, starting with Lidl, Gorenje, and Grundfos, who invested in the activation of the partnership, promoting the partnership even months before in digital campaigns, but also in their shops, and supporting with that the promotion of the event. We are happy that Engelbert Strauss, Point S, Gjensidige and Admiral, as well as Mol and Würth, are stable partners in this family at Euros. Specific thanks goes to our partners, Hummel and Select, for their supplying us with the equipment. Benz and Gearfloor provided the floor and the goals, and everything worked in this cooperation perfectly. So let me end. We are really happy. We have strong partners. We have an excellent cooperation, and we were able to set up a really successful championship. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General. With this being said, I would like to open the floor for questions. So if you do have a question, please raise your hand, and we have a microphone for you.
Questions could only come from the left side.
Well, if there are no questions, then I would like to close this press conference, but don't leave because we have a couple of more points coming up. But first of all, thank you very much to the gentleman on my right. Thank you. And I would like to ask you before we leave, just have a quick look here on the screen, because about an hour ago, we revealed the all-star team of this championship. I think it's a fitting moment just to have, again, a look at the 9 players who make up this team, starting from the back, goalkeeper Anna Christensen from Denmark. We've got from Norway as centre-back Henny Reistad, right wing from Hungary, Victoria Gyuri Lukac. On the left wing, Emma Fries from Denmark. On the right back, we've got Katrin Kloiber from Hungary. We've got Tatjana Brinovic from Montenegro. And we have Pauletta Foppar as defender. The entire All-Star team is presented by Lidl, and Lidl also presents the young player, which has been voted for and selected the first time, and the first young player award in the history of the European Championship has gone to Peter Simon from Hungary. Again, thank you very much. Thank you very much to the gentlemen. We'll now clear the podium here, and we'll go into the presentations for first the men's EHF Euro 2026, already coming up in just about 13 months from today, and follow that by obviously the immediate predecessors of this championship, the women's EHF Euro 2026. Once again, thank you very much. And I have to leave something for the next say. So as I've just said, in just about a year's time from today, will play the next Men's EHF Euro. Men's EHF Euro 2026 will be hosted for the first time in this cooperation by Denmark, Sweden and Norway. And for a first glimpse of what we can expect, I now would like to very much welcome here on stage the event managers of Sweden and Denmark, Tobias Freifors and Anita Christiansen.
Thank you. Hi everyone, and thank you for having us here. My name is Tobias, and I'm the head of the organizing committee in Sweden, besides Mr. Stans Anita Christensen, who is head of the organizing committee in Denmark. And together with Norway, the three countries of Sweden, Norway, and Denmark will host the EHF Euro 2026. Three countries who have a long tradition and proud tradition of host world-class handball events, and we are committed to uphold that tradition. But this time, in 2026, we would like to do something different. We will do something that we never done before and do something better than before. We will actually try to go beyond world class and try to do something that we call pure greatness. We know that we're going to witness some world-class handball on the courts, and inspired by the players. You know, when we talk about world-class handball, we talk about pure moments of pure greatness, like that specific save or that fantastic shot. And we would like to take those glimpses of pure greatness from the court and into every aspect of the event. We will, of course, work very hard to fill the stands and make a great atmosphere in the arenas, but we will also try to go further this time. We would like that EHF Euro and aim that EHF Euro 2026 will be a catalyst for other parts to grow in society. We would like that EHF Euro 2026 will be a catalyst for sustainability, both environmental and social sustainability, but we also would like sport clubs to grow in connection with the tournament. And we also would like to aim to be a platform for meetings and collaborations and try to make an impact for local businesses to grow in connection with the tournament. And we believe that if we can make EHF Euro 2026 a catalyst and prove that events like this can make an impact on society, we really think that we go beyond world class. And that's the aim, the goal, and the vision for the tournament, to create something that is pure greatness. Anita.
Thank you, Tobias. Like you, and like Tobias, I will also look forward to welcoming you all in Scandinavia in January 2026. And in the heart of handball in Scandinavia, we will show you pure greatness. But let's have a look at the competition structure, how it will all work out. We will play in Norway with groups C and D. They will play in Bærum in Unity Arena. In Sweden, we will have groups E and F in Malmö Arena or Kristianstad Arena. Malmö will also host one of the main rounds. Finally, in Denmark, we will play in Herning with groups A and B. And Jyske Bankboksen will also host one main round and the final weekend. So, ladies and gentlemen, here you have it, the road to gold. We will have Germany, if qualified, played in Herning in Group A. Denmark will play in Group B, also in Herning, surprisingly. Norway will play in Group C in Bærum in Oslo. And the Faroe Islands will join them in Oslo if qualified. Finally, in Malmö, Sweden will play in Group E, and if qualified, Iceland will go to Kristianstad. Groups A and B will stay in Herning for main round. Group C from Oslo will join us in Herning. Group D from Oslo will go to Malmö for the main round, and Group E will stay in Malmö, and Group F will go from Kristianstad to Malmö for the main round. Finally, we will all meet up in Herning for semifinals and finals. So, once again, we look forward to welcoming you all in Scandinavia in January 2026 for the Men's EHF Euro and for pure greatness. Thank you.
Thank you, Tobias. Thank you, Anita. From Men's EHF Euro 2026, we go 1 year further, and in December 26, we will witness another first. After the first Euro being hosted by 3 Scandinavian countries, we will have the first EHF Euro to be played in 5 countries, as Women's EHF Euro 2026 will be organized jointly by Poland, Romania, Czechia, Slovakia, and Turkey. And also here, to give you a first glimpse of what you can expect, I would very much like to welcome on stage for a short presentation the first Vice President of the Polish Handball Federation, Radosław Waziak, and because we will give you an idea of the corporate identity, the CEO of Playbook House, Petr Herčík, who is the agency behind this corporate identity. And I think there is a lot of reasons to be there eventually.
Hello. Oh. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, dear handball friends, it's a great pleasure and big honor to be able to inaugurate the Women's EHF Euro 2026, the tournament which will change history of European handball championships. So just now, please look at on the screen and watch the video. The Women's EHF Euro 2026 will be the one of the most remarkable tournaments of this kind. Will be hosted in 5 countries, 6 cities. The event significantly increased the number of home markets, nations, people, and cities. In the past, you have only the 1 or 2 home markets. Just now, during the Euro 2026, will be the 5 of them.
And we are going all in, all the 5 hosting nations, all those 6 hosting cities and venues. And we want everyone from the EHF European Handball family, from representatives of the media, players, fans, to be here with us in the 5 during the EHF, Women's EHF Euro 2026 to experience the true European handball experience, to feel the passion, the atmosphere, and the love that these 5 national fan bases have from the sport of handball, and be here and enjoy the biggest women's Euro ever. Our hosting cities are Brno in Czechia, Bratislava in Slovakia, Antalya in Turkey, Oradea and Cluj-Napoca in Romania, and Katowice in Poland. So let's take a look at the venues we have prepared and selected for you. First of all, Antalya Sport Hall in Antalya, 10,000 seater arena, well experienced in hosting events. Then we have Typos Arena in Bratislava, another 10,000 seater multipurpose arena, which is well experienced in hosting events like EHF Men's EHF Euros, volleyball championships or ice hockey championships. Then we go to the newest arena we're gonna have participate in Women's EHF Euro 2026, which is Arena Brno in Brno, Czech Republic, Czechia. That's an arena which is now under construction and will open in the summer of 2026. And another new arena is Oradea Arena in Romania, over 5,000 people capacity. Arena was open in 2022, but since then it's already hosted tens and tens of events with global impact. And then we move to BT Arena in Cluj-Napoca, which is 10,000 capacity arena again. And this arena will host not only preliminary round, but also the main rounds. And again, in the past have been host to several international events like European Basketball Championships, Fed Cup events, Gymnastic Championships, so very well experienced. And finally, the main event, the home of Polish handball and the pearl of architecture, as our Polish friends like to say, Spodek Arena in Katowice, which have hosted multiple handball events, but also esport events and volleyball events. So again, experience. So this is our mix. This is what this organizing committee wanted to go for. Mix of well-experienced arenas, modern venues, multi-purpose arenas. And this is how we feel we're gonna create a perfect event where you just want to be part of it. And this, take a look how the schedule will look like. So we're gonna start on 3rd of December 2026 with the preliminary rounds in all the 6 hosting cities. Preliminary rounds will end on the 9th of December 2026. Main round then will move to Cluj-Napoca and Katowice from 10th to 16th of December. And we're gonna finish everything off in a big style during final weekend in Katowice from 18th to 20th of December.
And on behalf of all our 5 federations, I'm excited to welcome all of you to this Euro. We have put fantastic group hosting countries, and we carefully picked venues, and now the collective efforts in organizing committee focuses on delivering the biggest women's Euro as possible. So we cannot wait for all of you to be here with us.
Yeah, the truth is the rise of the women's sport is undeniable. All across the globe, the women are pushing boundaries, stepping into the spotlight, captivating attentions of the fans, of the media, and handball is not different. Handball is the same, and we heard it from the report from this year's EHF Euro. It's really happening, and this is I would say the focus of what we want to do. For us, if it's men's Euro, if it's women's Euro, we look at it the same, and we taking a special taking care of it, of this event. And for us, the women's handball, it's a great special mix of athleticism and elegance. For us, we don't take it as a just sport. For us, it's a lifestyle, it's a community of people, of the family, and it's a celebration of strength and elegance and charisma. And what we want to do is we want to push the women's handball to be associated with the words like passion and confidence and coolness, to inspire the future generations of fans and players. And all we are just asking, just be here with us, be here during the Women's EHF Europe 2026 in our 5 hosting cities and countries, sorry, and 6 cities.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Radoslav. Thank you, Peter. There's one very small piece of the puzzle missing for you in order to be able to host Women's EHF Euro 2026, and that's the official flag handover from EHF Euro 2024 to 2026. And for that, we will quickly clear the stage here, and afterwards I would like to welcome the 5 presidents of EHF Euro 2026, Jaroslav Holesha, Mesut Cebi, Konstantin Din, Slavomir Schmal, as well as Ondrej Strahala to the stage. For 2024, Markus Platzer, Ferenc Ilias, and Roger Keller, and the EHF president, Michael Wiedera. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And we are now ready in just a few moments for the final part of today's closing press conference, which is the draw for the qualification phase 2 of the 2025 Women's World Championship. We'll just go into a quick break to prepare the stage, and then we'll be ready in around 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Okay. Are we back? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and welcome again from my side to the draw for the playoff matches in qualification phase 2 on the road to the 2025 Women's World Championship. There are 11 spots left for European teams to play for, and it's 11 because we have Germany, Netherlands as organizers of this championship, obviously already qualified. We've got France as the defending champions already qualified, and we have the 3 best teams of this EHF Euro, the 3 best ranked teams, Denmark, Hungary and Norway already qualified. This in total leaves 11 teams, 11 spots up for grabs. And this means we have 22 teams in this draw, divided obviously into 2 pots. In pot 1, the 11 teams are Sweden, Montenegro, Poland, Slovenia, Romania, Switzerland, Spain, Austria, Czechia, Iceland, and the Faroe Islands. And in pot 2, we have North Macedonia, Croatia, Turkey, Serbia, Portugal, Ukraine, Slovakia, and the 4 best teams who came from phase 1 of this World Championship qualification. And these 4 teams are Israel, Italy, Kosovo, and Lithuania. So what we will draw is we will draw classic home and away playoff matches. And in order to conduct the draw, I would like very much now to welcome here on stage Secretary General of the European Handball Federation, Martin Hausleitner, Božidar Djokovic, Competitions Chairman of the European Handball Federation, and IHF representative František Tobolski.
I suggest we start. Please. First country, Switzerland. And and Switzerland meets Slovakia. The home right goes to Italy. And Italy meets Romania. Front up. In the third pairing, we have Poland. And Poland meets North Macedonia. Sweden. Will meet Kosovo. Slovenia. Plays versus Serbia. Pronta? Portugal. Is meeting Montenegro. Faroe Islands. Meets Lithuania. Czechia is going to play against the Ukraine. 3 more to come. Croatia. Plays against Spain. Austria. Is playing against Turkey. And the last pairing sees Iceland against Israel. Thank you very much. This concludes our draw.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. So I believe everyone can see the pairings of this final step en route to the 2025 IHF Women's World Championship on the screen. I will just read them out one more time. So we have Switzerland versus Slovakia, Italy versus Romania, Poland versus North Macedonia, Sweden versus Kosovo, Slovenia versus Serbia, Portugal versus Montenegro, Faroe Islands versus Lithuania, Czechia versus Ukraine, Croatia versus Spain, Austria versus Turkey, and Iceland versus Israel. These matches are played in April. The first leg is played on either the 9th or the 10th of April 2025. The return leg, the second one, is played then just a couple of days later on the 12th and the 13th of April 2025. And once these two matches have been played, we will know the European participants of the upcoming Women's World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last point for today. I wish you a great afternoon and even better final matches here at Women's EHF Euro 2024. For me, it's thank you and goodbye.